for the year, and then on the other account, this one might actually be lower. Let's see. No, I made $711. So like overall, about like $2,000 this year I made from trading. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's pretty good.
Nothing crazy, but from like again when I was starting off with it's good. You know.
The small deposits and what you turn it into.
Exactly. So this week I started. I put $50 in this week on Sunday night. And wait, was it Sunday? I can check. I don't think maybe it was. Because what's today right now? Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday. Are you still in that gold trade?
I am. Yeah. I'm not. The rest of my positions are break even. Anyways, I started within this week. It was either like Friday or like Sunday that I don't even remember, to be honest. Where's the date? I smoked a little bit of the spliff, so I can't even. I deposited 35 USD, and currently my 35 USD is with running profits $260 USD.
Nice. Are you only trading gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, gold is a mover.
The principles run the same.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's my pair.
And gold is a runner.
That's my pair, bro. Like I can't even. That's where God put me. I think it has a lot of symbolism for me as well. Biblically, because biblically, it says don't idolize like gold and like don't like whatever. So I think that's kind of where life put me, was like that, especially with my psychology, like that duality of, am I idolizing gold over my God, and like how my mind thinks, or like how I'm connected, and so
your approach.
I mean, Nas seems like it would be good runners too, to be honest. Like it respects pretty much most of my strategy as well. So
yeah, I've done it a few times, but it's not something that I trade often.
Gold definitely has its fuckery stuff, but I was hoping that if I can create a trade team, or not even create one, just like be a part of a trade team, that there would be somebody in the team that would just focus on NAS or what they focus on, and I could be that just focus on gold. You know what I mean? We all make money.
Yeah.
Like taking opportunities from different places, because everybody's gonna like lock in. I've been locked in on gold for 4 years, bro. Like for 4 years, I've been looking at gold. It wouldn't make sense for me to like, even if it does like translate well to other markets, I understand the behavior of gold a lot more than I do any other market. So I do what I know.
Yeah, and it's you gain a lot of familiarity with it too.
Absolutely. Look at this shit run, bro. Look at this shit, bro. Look at gold right now, bro. Look at gold right now, bro. I'm up 20 points right now.
Nice.
Or $20, whatever. Or not just like whatever.
Nice, yeah. Gold, I have. Yeah, I mean, my thing is currently set for long positions overall.
Yeah.
But
I'm with you on that, especially after that. Like it exhausted itself around midnight time for me. I do things by like the clock. Like quite literally, I do things by the clock.
By the session?
No, I mean by the clock. I mean session, yes, but like I focus on like when 10:10 hits. That's my agent number, bro. That's like when 10:10 hits. For some reason, gold has a reaction that it flips in the opposite direction.
10:10, eh?
That's for me. It works for me because I'm working like day trading, right? So day trading quite literally works along these clocks. It's like these bots or whatever, they work on a set timer. So I noticed at 10:10 there's a reaction that usually happens within the market, and it's either going to go in my favor or it's not going to go in my favor. But that's the time, that's the pivot zone for me. Right?
Yeah.
And then I use like the midnight or what happened, the Asian session low or high to like indicate where I'm going to be, where liquidity is.
And where did you learn that from? Is that like the ICT method and stuff? Is that where you see it?
Probably, but this is me looking at the market for 4
years.
And
based on your experience.
Yeah, like seeing what's happening, because after years of being like, why the fuck did it move now? Like, why did it blah blah blah?
Yeah.
I realize I don't, which is like a shame. I don't journal crazy much, but I don't journal every day, right? But over 4 years, if I journal like twice, 3 times a week, it's just still accumulated all that data. So that's what I'm basing it off of, right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's what I found. I found that fibs for day trading, anywhere between the 618 to the 7 whatever.
You're using just those two levels, or you have like the 50% and the 38.
Those are my like confirmation for like if we push through those things with like momentum, those are confirmation for me that it's like there's volume in my direction. It's just more confirmation.
Are you pairing that with anything else, or you just have that?
So that's the last step. Adding my fib is the last step. My first step is seeking where liquidity could be. So for gold, we crossed already up above, I guess like we already crossed above like session highs, like whatever, from Tokyo, whatever. Tokyo. I have to check back. We already crossed it. So for me to look for buys, I'm either looking for it to hit that like whatever Tokyo high again to buy off that level, or to see if there's another like levels that is seeking liquidity below it. So I'm looking for liquidity first, essentially session liquidity.
It's really important.
Yeah. So if I'm far opposite away from one side of liquidity, I'm most likely not going to keep buying because it's like we've already crossed a high liquidity. Why is it going to keep going up when I know that there's greedy ass people that want to get a good entry? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I go for the opposite angle. Why? Because the RR is better. That's literally why. Just the RR is better.
Yeah, when you take those liquidity based trades, the risk reward is highly better. Like
way better. That's why I take them. It doesn't always work, but I take them because the RR is better. And then which reminds me, I'm gonna go ahead and close another position here.
It's moving. It's moving, and at the same time, my trade is still going up a little too. Where are we? I don't know. I have that price is in a resistance area for GU at least.
Yeah. That's what I do. I just hunt liquidity. I look for the highs and lows.
And this candle has an hour and a half left, and it's a doji right now, so we'll just wait on this. I've been holding this trade since Thursday, and it's just been in consolidation, but hasn't hit our stop loss. I'm trying to develop a new expert advisor and just track the entries.
What do you mean by expert advisor?
Robotics, like an automated code. So I've had one before, but it was basically a semi-automatic one. And so now that AI can do its thing, I definitely just have it. I have one now that works, but I'm trying to make it better as to, I don't know if you've seen the chart that I showed, like the indicator that I have on there. I'm trying to have the trades based on that. So like the support and resistance levels, like I told you that I had plotted out for gold, all those things would be traded, but we would obviously have to interact with the levels.
Yeah. That's what I usually just wait for my levels to be interacted with. And then that's the thing. I wait for my levels to be interacted with, and then I take a guess. That is all it comes down to. I take a guess.
Yeah.
Is it going to...
Because nobody... Oh, my bad. Yeah, because nobody really knows what's going to happen.
I don't. No, I don't. I never do. That's actually one of the things that we have to learn is we don't know what's going to happen next. So we have to speaking, we don't know what's going to happen next. After this candle that just pushed back up right here for gold.
What time frame are you looking at?
I'm looking at the 1 minute, brother.
You're looking at the 1 minute. In and out.
Don't get me wrong. This is the way it works is my levels are excuse me. My levels are anywhere between the 1 hour to 15 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Where the basic highs and lows are, right? And then from there, I just work my way. 5 minutes, that's where I mark up my fib to find where an entry should be. And then 1 minute's my confirmation I enter.
Yeah, the 4 hour is pretty good too. The 4 hour... Because the 4 hours a session is, half a session. Something like that. So each day each I think it's like each session gets like 2 candles or something, or just about. There's 4 hours in a day. I don't know, something like that. They all share a session, partly.
That makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead, and it's making a little break structure on the 1 minute. I'm gonna go ahead and close one more position and leave my last one at break even. So today, that's dope. That was a good day today, to be honest, bro. Whatever happens to that other cell is kind of whatever. I made my profits. Again, I started this week with 35 USD, and now I just closed another position. My balance currently is 245, and I have another position running with like $17. But
okay. And do you plan? When do you plan on closing that other one?
I don't plan on closing the other one until it goes to my TP, like my dream.
Okay,
TP,
your TP
was at the 95.
Yeah.
But is it really gonna hit that? I don't know.
Did you cover the position?
Yeah, it's at break even.
Okay, that's good.
So I already made 135 today.
And I think you're day trading, so I don't know how it goes for you, but maybe by the end of the day, I would do the end of the day, realistically speaking. Probably take out your original balance or take out 40. That way the account's now at break even, and you start back from there. I don't know. I don't know how you go about doing it, but that's how I would.
That sounds like a good idea. That's usually, again, how I do it. I like to, and that's generally, if I'm gonna be honest, like genuinely why I don't also have that much money like trading, or I don't make that much profits, is because I start with a small amount, and I quite honestly don't really allow it to build too much. I withdraw it.
Yeah, you can't stop yourself.
Yeah, and then I just like, you know what I mean? Which is nice because trading pays for some of my lifestyle, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I know if I had, that's why I started on funded account. Even if I started off with $350 this week instead of 35, and let me just divide what I did, because I just think about it in percentages of how much I made. Calculator.
Yeah, you made about not 1,000.
Divided by 35.
If I make a guess, I'm gonna say you made about
7x.
Yeah.
I made it 7x.
I'm gonna say 700, 800%.
350 times 7. This week so far, I would have made $1,450. That's blessed, bro. That's blessed. But again, I don't trade with.
Well, look at it this way. Once you make that withdrawal later today, you're kind of starting from the same place, maybe $100 less, or $150 less. It'll only take you 2 more days to replicate the same thing and even greater. So.
Well, ideally, it's not always like that.
Yeah. As long as you take the right trades.
Yeah, if I take the right trades, then it works.
Manage the trades well.
Yeah, then for sure, then I can do it again. But that mistakes happen to me, like this summer was great because I was working a full-time landscaping job, and it was a little bit harder to trade during the job, and I have to like sneak away and shit and find a setup and blah, blah, blah. But because I was able to also hold my swing trades for a little longer, or like my day trades, it becomes sometimes a little bit like swing trades or like intraday trades or whatever. And I was able to, sometimes I would lose $300, but then there were days I was making $500, $700 a day on top of like what I was doing at work, because I had that stable income, like a bunch of stable income. Everything that I'm doing with like Rated Community, and I don't work a full-time job, I only work a part-time and stuff like that. They're inconsistent. A lot of my incomes are inconsistent, right? So that adds to my psychology of how much I'm really willing to go in on what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Let's say I was like, I had that $350 that was dedicated a week to trading. I know I would be heavily I would be already making 10K plus.
Yeah, and then the thing comes where you don't have to stress so much about making X amount of profit, or making 5K is now more possible with less pips, so you don't have to stretch so far, or feel like, man, I have to do a lot more to make a significant progress. Because you can do it with less, ultimately.
Because my goal really is to be making $200-$300 a day trading. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you can do it.
You
basically possible. Almost did it today. You did do it today, essentially, because
pretty much.
Today
I made $150 or something like that, right from whatever.
Because yours is in USD, so the USD conversion, that's gonna be almost $300 bucks. Yeah.
And I'm doing that with a small amount.
Yeah, but exactly. Leverage.
But we're talking about how much of that risk we're putting into our account. So even though I know it's possible for me to do, but under my account circumstances, I'm not risk managing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very possible. I want to be able to get to a place where I have enough capital in my account to where making those trades is part of the risk management, but also it's always been doable for me. But it's just he's only risking anywhere from 5, maybe I'd like it to be less, but 5% of his account he's risking only on this date, So even though the goal, was to I would love to risk 0.3% of my account a day and make something like $300.
Significant, yeah.
I think I would have to have $100,000 to risk 0.3 and maybe $300.
Of course, I think you should definitely look into the automated thing. I'm not sure how much time you have on your hands, stuff like that, but a lot of those automated things I think are going to become more popular and more
efficient, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
More efficient.
I don't even know where to get my hands on one of those things, because if I did, I don't see why not. I would load up one account, maybe put $125 into it, make sure it has a low risk, let it just build over the year. Forget about it. You know what I mean? It's gonna do better than it's gonna do better than any bank interest is gonna give me anyways. So
yeah, there's a lot on MQL5. They're becoming more apparent, and I think the way the world is going, the future is gonna be filled with a lot of automated bots for the average consumer, I'd say.
I think so too. So that would be nice. I know that I heard that they are switching NAS or something, or they're switching some of the markets to be 24/7.
24/7 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Am I gonna let it scare me? No, honestly, because I think my strategy doesn't. It relies on times, but it also relies on more than just a time frame. It's the liquidity zone.
Yeah, but I think there will be added liquidity. And, realistically, the market is still always moving. The difference is that you don't have there's no available update on what the market is.
Yeah.
Because it's closed.
I think the world is still going to circulate. It doesn't change that. Maybe
but
some
now I think there's some added volatility, I guess, or some added liquidity, given that your average person will be able to enter the market at those times. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. But even thinking about it, the market's rarely ever closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's rarely ever maybe just on the
holidays.
Weekends.
Yeah, holidays and
weekends.
If
anything, why would that change? And that, to me, it's still 24 hours out of the day, but 7 days, meaning we just have 2 more trading days that are going to do the same shit that they were going to do before. So we have the weekend. If anything, we all love every trader kind of dreads the weekend anyway. So it's I'm not complaining, bro. I can trade. I know that the system in place that we have, they're not.
Something is gonna be there, and it's not crypto.
There's it finally there's millions of dollars, billions of dollars being put in the safety of these companies' hands that already have functions from starting at 9:30 a.m. They're not just gonna start changing everything because of this one thing that. They're doing it because it's going to make them more money, not because they're gonna fucking fuck the whole game up and then have to rebuild from the start. You think anybody wants to do that? No, nobody wants to do that. They just want to make money on the weekends too. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't know. It will definitely be revolutionary. I'd say.
It will, which might
first time
a little bit of shakiness, a little bit at the beginning, but fuck it, we ball. You think I'm not gonna adapt?
Why not?
To the plan, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta adapt at that point.
Yeah, just
do something.
Don't go into it that you here. It's like, why even worry about that shit? It's just like.
And essentially, you have to go in and adapt, because it's either that or you just get kicked out of the market and you choose not to do it anymore.
Damn straight, and I'm not giving up on trading. Nobody is. They're not. They added 2 other days on the market, so they wouldn't give up on trading. So it's like, this could be a blessing for us as well.
GJ is going up too. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. My gold's still going down. My last position is just running like a fucking.
Yeah, that position is running pretty nice.
It's almost at my TP. At 95.
$5 more. Nice. Yeah. I'm about to hit that level. At this point, it's just flooding. Like.
Yep. I'm just gonna. I don't even care. It's $5.
What price did you take that at? 38, you said, or something?
28 or was it 20? Yeah, 28. The top of this fucking move, bro. I was literally at the top. You want to see before I close this trade?
That's pretty nice.
Well, obviously at the top, I mean, of the confirmation, because we had the liquidity sweep. Yeah, I took it right there. Literally, it went back up to this
pretty
level.
Nice.
I took it, and it just fell.
Yeah, just consolidated up there for a bit. We can see the buy side liquidity got taken out.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's what I mean. I saw the buy side liquidity got taken out. It went back up. It rejected heavily off of it. The most I can say is, you know what? Like, I'm seeing this is just an opportunity here. It can continue to go up.
Yeah.
But there's an opportunity here that I just saw. I'm taking it. You know what I mean? Inverse fair value gap. Take that shit. I'm out. I just closed my position because it was 5 points away from my TP. Or $5. I don't care. That's such a move that like I'm not gonna sit here and wait around for.
You closed it?
Yeah, I closed it.
Not bad. Congrats. Yeah. I don't know. I would definitely hold it, but put the stop loss. Move the stop loss up. I generally move my thing by the stop loss.
I mean, I just closed it. I already closed it, so it's like I know it's probably gonna hit the 95. I know it is, but or like I know it can, but I'm satisfied.
Yeah, at least you already secured it.
I'm like, yeah, I do. Like, look, this thing's going straight to. Who cares? It's another. It was literally $5 more for me. I'm not gonna complain over $5. If I had like a higher lot or something like that, then I'm holding it. But for $5, look at that. Look at that. Fuck yeah, bitch.
You're watching this on the 1 minute. That's crazy. I'm watching this from freaking something way higher.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna crash into it in $1.
Over time, like we get to. I understand what a lower time frame looks like on a higher time frame. You know what I mean? Like
it's all relative.
Like it's the same shit. It's just
the
same map, so.
So relative. Anyways, bro, I gotta hop off this. I'm gonna go into some other bits. I'll. Yeah, that was a win, bro.
$30 profit right there. Let's fucking go. $30 on gold. I'll take that shit. That's big, bro.
Yeah, that's big. Right. That's what? That's how much percent is it? We said that was 700%, 800% now. Something like that. About 800%.
I don't know. Yeah. 800%. I'm up.
It's pretty nice. Congrats, bro.
That's a wrap. And you're right. I'm gonna take that advice. I'm gonna go ahead and withdraw it, and then
withdraw it. Put some in another account.
Yeah.
Layaway or whatever on the side. And yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go wrap up my stream, and we'll tap in.
Later,
fam. So, I think I was on mute for the beginning of that. I'm not sure where we stopped with that. But I was explaining that we are in this trade. As you probably heard, the person that we're on the stream with, he was taking this trade on gold, and I'm in this trade on GU. I was mentioning Not sure if it got across or not, but I'm going to update this stop loss so that we can see the updated picture. The Discord shows our entry. Did I remove that? I should have. So we have this entry, how we started up with the doji at the rejection of the support. Little liquidity pull there, given that we went a bit lower, and then we have our stop loss put in 30.4 pips, and that was the last update ultimately. And so we have the profit over there, and that's on the master account of the profit that we have for this. Oops. Yeah, that's for the profit that we have for this, and we're currently in the resistance. If you want this indicator, which is going to show you how these market structures are broken down, how we look for these nice 127 and 161 levels to take our sniper entries, this is available on the Pip Academy website. Just go to the link below the description and click it, type it in Google, come to my YouTube page, my Instagram, you know that, and this is one of the trades that we're looking for. So we couldn't bring our stop loss to break even or something like that. I do see that there is a bit of areas that we can come down into. So I'm pretty sure we just updated on this. Okay, good. So price is currently here. We have a doji candle as is. We have about an hour and 20 minutes left of this candle. It should be visible on that shit too, but I guess not on this. Anyways, we have this setup. We can move our stop loss to break even, but like I said, there are some areas down here which it's likely that price can come back down into. Just to connect to these candles temporarily, but we do have an area of support here and another area of support which do protect us from crashing into these areas, maybe this ultimate support down here. Am I going to move it to break even? Yes, probably just above break even. Like I said, we do have some areas to go down potentially, and we are just in this resistance area. So I'm going to update that so we can see the update over on the Discord, and we'll see the message come in, and you'll see it updated here. Okay, so boom, we'll see the stop loss updated just like that. Pretty quick, took about a few seconds. And then there we have this updated. We have 4.7 pips secured for this. And then, like I said, we should be able to go to the Discord. We see that this message was just sent. Trade modified, pound USD, the long. We have 4.6 pips secured, 1.36%. And this is the updated picture. So you can see how we went from this to this. Our entry ultimately being right here on Friday, where we got that, and price never went any lower, or didn't go any lower as into a new candle low or anything like that. we just consolidated there for a little, about a day and a half, something like that, and then price now shot up to its resistance, and we'll see how the candles battle this resistance area. But that's what we're looking to continue with for this. Let me see if I can bring us up. But yeah, that's what we're looking for. And I was mentioning this is rising pretty nicely. We do have these resistance areas that we would look to take this to. It's a positive week. Pretty nice setup, if you ask me. We have the measurement of swing low to swing high. Price came back into our area. Could have took a nice entry from these points. 1 hour time frame. 90 pip gain. I don't know. You just have to manage it well at the end of the day and not blow the account over risk on the account or anything like that. This is another potential setup you could have taken if we just have like the period separators, so we can see when the week began, somewhere around here. Just looking on these higher time frame levels, pairing this with the lower time frame levels, and trading in that trend direction. But that being said, we will get back to the trades in the next live. Make sure you subscribe, stay notified. That way, once we go live, you'll be notified. And make sure you're in the Discord. That is where I will announce everything. And we can all stay tuned. This trade, it's now in break even. So we're going to let it run. It's updated on the master account and on the slave account. So that's all good. Let's go back here. We'll see what is time frame is this? This is 4 hour. Yeah, so this is super old. This is super old. What we currently have is this. We had this setup, and we currently have 1.4R, but we can target a lot more as the week goes on, and we just move our stop loss to break even, and we're currently up 50 pips. That is accurate alongside this 55. We go to profit as points, 55 pips. It says we're up. 55 pips, so probably proper entry like that, let's say. So that is how this trade is looking. We will stay updated when we get back to the next live. We will see what happened. Did we come down to our stop loss? Did price continue? You know the way I mentioned how price moves a lot of the time. Let's see something. Yeah, so this is not a relevant area. But price does have these wicked areas, which we almost came back into there. We have these two other ones. I would like to see, or normally I would expect price to come back down into these levels and then try to reject off. As long as it collects enough liquidity to continue the trend at these levels, it should continue. But these are all valid areas that I would have. And then, God forbid, we come down to this level. We will probably have our stop loss hit, but at least it's not a loss. I've been holding this trade more, like longer than I originally want to. I'm just trying to be positional trades, take a positional trade on this, and just hold it for the trend. Now, that would be a 52 pip drop, essentially. 50 pips, 45 pips, something like that. Drop before that would invalidate us. And then we have to take into consideration the spread increase at the end of the day, or the start of the day. And yeah, willing to take the risk for higher prices. Catch you in the next live.